Hey, I hope you're getting excited about your vacation. I'm going to walk you through your documents and itinerary. This is a very generic version that I've got to show you how to go through. So, this is not specific to your particular vacation. Yours will be more customized. This is just something for me to walk people through. So, you're going to get an email similar to this. So, if you'll click on View Online or View in App, we're going to do View Online right now. If you did View in App, there's that you're going to be prompted to download an app that you can use while traveling. And while you're traveling, you will not have to have internet service to use it. So that's a great feature about it, especially with international travel. So then it's going to open up and look similar to this. And then we're going to start at the top where it says information and documents. Your documents are going to be listed there. If you have any short excursions, they're going to be listed there. You'll be able to view all of your documents. So you'll see that it just opens up. So you'll have that. I'll also have it printed out and included in your packet that I mail you. But anyhow, your confirmation will be attached right here in this section as well, so that you have that in case you have any issues. I don't foresee you needing it because everything's done digitally these days, but just in case, just so you know, here is a link so that you can see if COVID protocols are changing. Right now, we seem to be pretty steady and moving in in the right direction. So, but right now there's no COVID policies in place even, but just for your reference, I've given you some important information, a little letter here. So if you click on view, it's going to give you a lot of information. So take a few minutes and just read through everything and be sure, I tell you, be sure you have your passports. The resort's going to want a credit card to put on file, all that stuff. So I've given you some TSA information, packing what you can and cannot pack on an airplane, the mobile passport. So just be sure to read through all that. It won't take you but like 5 minutes. It's a 5-minute read. If you have beaches insurance or leisure care insurance, I've given you the information there. You won't have both on your particular itinerary, and I've given you the links and the phone numbers for them in case you need them. I do tell you about Beaches Loyalty Program. If you ever think that you'll go to another Beaches or Sandals resort, be sure to visit their loyalty desk while you're there, because that's going to get you your best pricing. And then once you return, let me know immediately that you booked, because we only have a few days to get it transferred over to me so that I can service the booking for you. I've given you a list of the bars and their times. Of course, any of this could change at any time. If you have any dietary needs, once you get there, be sure to make contact with the culinary concierge experts who will assist you as well as they can. And it is located in the Caribbean Village lobby, and it's open from 9 to 4. So just mention it to them when you're checking in if that's an issue for you. I've given you all the restaurants and the dress code and advise you to be sure to make your dining reservations upon arrival, because sometimes these things do fill up or sell out. So there's plenty of restaurants at Beaches, Turks, and Caicos, you can see. And then I've highlighted if it's adult only or if reservations are required, because most restaurants do not require reservations. So, but if they are, I've highlighted that. So you might want to think about that ahead of time before you arrive, and think about where you want to go. If reservations are required, then take care of that as soon as you check in. And I've told you about the weekly entertainment events that they have, and some information about their internet and laundry, photography options. It's a great place to get family photos because you actually have time versus being at home. I've given you the property map. So if you want to go ahead and start studying that and know exactly where you're going to be, there's that, because it's a very large resort. Let's see. There's some different things that you can do that are included. They do have a strict no tipping policy. So don't try to tip anybody unless it's the spa or a butler or a driver. Anybody else, they could lose their job if you tip them. So just don't try to tip. Don't worry about it. I've given you the weekly events, and I've given you customs and duty information, and I've told you how to dial international phone numbers. I've reiterated the dining reservations. Be sure to do that at check-in. ID required for travel. Remember, you will need a passport book in order to travel by air international. Luggage fees. Most airlines do charge for checked luggage. So look at your airline to see what their policies are. Usually with international travel, you will get one free piece of checked luggage, but just look at, if you're flying American, which you most likely are, just look at their website and see. Clearing customs and immigration, when you arrive in the US, you'll have to pick up your luggage at baggage claim and recheck it. So don't let that surprise you. If you have a layover, if you have a nonstop flight, don't worry about it. But this is a good time if you've bought alcohol at the Turks airport or something like that and you have it with you, check it in your checked luggage before you recheck it so that you don't have trouble getting it through security, because you'll have to clear security again. If you have any questions about that, let me know. Mobile passport app for arrival in the US. Be sure to download that because it's going to get you in and out of customs faster at select locations. So most major airports have this capability now. But before you leave, go ahead and download the app and set it up, because it's going to want pictures of passports and that kind of stuff. And then once you land on US soil and you take your phone out of airplane mode, go straight to this mobile passport app, answer the 5 or 6 questions that it has for you, go ahead and submit it. And then when you get into the airport, look for the special mobile passport app line. It's going to be a shorter line. And if you don't see it, ask an employee and they'll know how to direct you to it. They're probably going to want to see that you've already submitted the questions before they will direct you to that line. So be aware of that. I have had issues with it before, not wanting to cooperate. And if you restart your phone, a lot of times that helps. So just be aware of that. And sometimes I've actually had to be inside the airport for it to work. So I'm not that tech savvy to be able to tell you exactly. I'm just giving you some clues. If you got the Turks and Caicos Airport Fast Track, there's information about that there for you. I've given you Turks and Caicos just some general information about the location. Be sure to kind of at least read through it, especially down towards the bottom where it's going to talk about safety and health and safety, do's and don'ts. This is a really good resource to pay attention to. So just take the time to read through that so that you're aware of some things. I've told you who to call. If you encounter any issues with your flights, talk to the gate agent. They have the most power. They can do the most, okay? If you have insurance and you get majorly delayed or something like that, be sure to save all your receipts so that we can file a claim if need be. Also, if you get majorly delayed, be sure to ask the gate agents for vouchers for food, hotel, and lounges if the airport has a lounge, because they have the ability to do it. They don't have to, but they do have the ability to do it. So it never hurts to ask. And be sure to be nice, because you catch more flies with honey than you do vinegar. And they're probably getting yelled at on a minute by minute basis. Also, airlines have made it super easy these days to change your flights. So if something does happen, I would have one person go stand in line, talk to the gate agent, while the other person is on their phone going through the airline's app to try to change my flight. Let's see. I told you to save all your receipts if you get delayed. If you have any issues at the resort, go immediately to the front desk and talk to them. They'll resolve it. I promise you they want you to be happy. Don't be upset and say, I'll never come here again or anything like that. Go talk to the front desk. They want you to be happy, and they tend to do the right thing. And you do have more power there at the resort than you do once you get back home and you call me and say, I was upset about this and upset about that. So just don't be scared. Just go on down there and talk to them. We are seeing a lot of flight delays and cancellations, so just pack your patience. And I've told you how to address that. Remember, travel's an adventure, and I've given you some COVID stuff there. And then you're going to need to check in online for your flight beginning 24 hours prior to your flight. I've given you the website and also your confirmation number, so you can see that right here. And then you're going to have to be at the airport 3 hours early prior to your departure, because it is an international flight and you could be denied boarding if you're not there at least 90 minutes ahead of time. So just be aware of that. I've given you your flight information. And then once you get to the airport in Turks and Caicos and you've cleared customs and immigration, then you want to look for the beaches desk, which is located right outside the immigration and customs area. You won't be able to miss it. And if you do have issues with it, just ask an employee and they'll direct you to where you need to be. Your complimentary transfer to and from the resort is already arranged for you. It's an air-conditioned bus. It's about a 15-minute ride. Then you'll check in. And then if you have an excursion, I've included that as well as the confirmation. So again, you can just click that and see the confirmation. And then before you leave, again, 24 hours prior to your flight, you will need to check in online for your international flight. And then when you check out from beaches, be sure to physically check out. The driver is going to need some sort of proof that you've settled your bill. So just they're going to deliver information about your transfers to your room the day before. If they don't, go to the front desk and find out why. And they'll tell you what time. You'll just go to the front desk, the lobby area, and let them know that you're ready. And do check out first before you talk to the person who's in charge of the transfers. And then I've given you your flight information. So I hope y'all have a good time. If you have any questions about anything, don't hesitate to call me. My number is 205-393-1236. Thanks. I hope y'all have a great time. Talk to you soon.